Hi guys.
Hey,
How are you?
how excited are you to head down there this weekend, Coach?
Oh, we're extremely excited, to get back to the Final Four. It's what we work for every year. To have this opportunity to play for a championship. We're thrilled. We're getting one more sleep and off we go, and we head down there and really get into the Final Four mode.
You beat them in overtime in the first game, obviously exciting, close game. What it was early in the season, I believe, right? What can you take from that? Is there a confidence factor, or are you just kind of assume that everybody's starting fresh right now?
There's always a confidence factor, knowing that you've done it before, that you can do it again. So that's what we really take out of that game. As far as looking at game film and looking at ourselves, I think it's two different teams as far as experience, and there's certainly different players that are stepping up for each team from the beginning of the year. So it's definitely a new game, but the confidence is there for us, knowing that if we play well, we execute and do the things we need to, we can have success.
When you look at Florida, the core of the roster is juniors who've been playing together for 3 years as starters. What kind of advantage in terms of chemistry does that give when you have so many players from the same grade?
I think it definitely helps, to have a ton of players from the same year. It does help develop chemistry, but it doesn't mean that other teams like ourselves can't develop that chemistry with a mix of junior, sophomore, freshman type thing. But we're going to do that, and they're going to be very strong, very composed because of that experience and that chemistry. But hopefully we'll execute and we'll play well.
Your juniors and seniors who've been here before to the Final Four, so do you really talk to them a lot this week about letting the younger players know what to expect in this situation, or that just like all year you feel like you got that same chemistry and your younger players have been in these big situations before?
Well, it's really just a road trip for us. We play Friday, Sunday games all year in the Big East in our regular schedule, so we're used to the format for sure. The only thing that's really different is a little bit of pressure, and I'm just hoping they enjoy the experience and can relax and give it and end up playing their best game.
Gary, can you talk about you individually? I mean, you've won a championship really at all levels as a player, as an assistant coach. Talk about chasing a title as a head coach and what this would mean for you to get 2 more wins here.
This would be, unbelievable. Everywhere I've gone, every league, every coaching job I've ever had, I've had success, and I've been very fortunate to have great teams and general managers on the pro side and internationally, good teams. And this is something that I took on 5 years ago, and promised the athletic director I'd get it done eventually, but it would be great if it would be sooner rather than later. And I'm just going to do everything I can to make sure we're prepared and focused, so that we have that opportunity to try and deliver the first women's national championship here at Syracuse University.
They're a very young program, Gary. I think they're the youngest program ever to make the Final Four. It's new, everything's new to them at this level. When you look at that, you being more established program, do you see any advantage in that? Do you think their enthusiasm, or maybe not having experience you guys have at that level, works against them at all? How do you compare the two programs as far as established versus
Well, basically the way I look at it is you look at it's not how long your program's been around, it's the experience of the players on the field, and they have a very experienced team. Their starters have, except for a couple freshmen, have started for 3 years now, and it's not many teams that you get to have 3-year starters playing for you with the opportunity to be 4-year starters. So, that's certainly the experience level, the advantage that not really there from just the fact you've been to a Final Four before in the past. The experience comes from the team you have now. So, we have some seniors that have been there, and some juniors, but for the most part, that only accounts for probably half of our team. So,
And they have a couple local kids, Meager, Barry. One's a freshman, I believe, one's a junior. Played them both earlier this year. Just your thoughts on those two?
Very good players. I love upstate New York kids. They look at our roster. I think they're outstanding athletes. They're hard workers, and the type of kids you want on your team. And I think that's why you look at last week's lineup with North Carolina had several, and you're seeing the output from the players that are on Florida as well. So
I think Meager leads the country in save percentage of goals against. Any scouting report on her from the first game? Was it 10 or 11 by her? Or?
You just got to shoot well, get good quality shots. We're basically 1 versus 2 in goalies right now. They have the number 1 goalie, we have number 2 goalie in the country. So, I think that makes that pretty even, in that their goalie may be a little bit more experienced, but certainly I think on the talent level they're pretty similar, pretty close, and hopefully our goalie will step up and have a good game and rebound from last week.
How have you seen them rebounding so far in practice this week?
I think they've, we kind of have a mantra, so be it. We move on. After every game, we take one game at a time. So they moved on pretty quickly. And they're refocused and working hard and getting through scouting reports and really understanding the game and what needs to be done. So
You talk about the goalies in specific with the rebounding. When you talk
I
about
know the entire team, and the goalies as well. They just jump back in there. They start working on the things that they need to focus on to play against Florida.
Thanks, Coach.